This is UTEL Concerts. This is UTEL Concerts. This is UTELConcerts.com.
Alright, are you ready, folks?
Yeah, do we want to tell them about this?
I think you should tell them about this.
We picked this as an opening song. It's a song by a group from Canada called the Waylon Jennies. I love their name anyway, but the Waylon Jennies are a 4-woman group who put this song out on a record about 3 years ago. The album is called 40 Days, and this song kind of explains what it is. I'm Dan Navarro.
Hi, I'm Sally Barris. Well, it's 4 really good friends who've been touring solo for the last couple of years, and now we're coming together. And we've got a great song that kind of explains the whole thing to kick off the show tonight called One Voice.
You have to somehow rhyme words like mistletoe and you know, chimney and Santa and stuff like that. But, either that or use the word hallelujah as often as possible. But other than that, it's all pretty much the same. Actually, each of us have also written songs that maybe have winter themes or a marginally Christmas theme, because it sometimes will speak to togetherness or loneliness or the kinds of things that people experience at the holidays that has nothing to do with the holiday itself.
I love Christmas songs, and whenever I try to sit down and write a Christmas song, it sounds really, really bad. And so I just have to let it kind of happen when it happens, sort of like all the other songs that I write. And who knows, we might even write some on this trip and for next year, for our next record.
As long as you're doing this, I could use some help. There's a song I've been writing for years, kind of a rocker, called All I Want for Christmas Is My Baby Back, and I've never been able to finish it.
Okay.
Let's finish it on this trip.
All right.
We got many hours in the van.
Many hours in the van.
Yeah.
Hey, I started a really cool one in my head the other day that I'd like to run by a couple of songwriters, if you know any, that'll be on the trip.
I can help you.
Okay. Well, honestly, most singer-songwriters tour alone because they're trying to make money.
So the only way to make a buck at this is to cut down all the expenses, and that means that you end up driving yourself and schlepping your own gear. And I pick up musicians in towns. I don't carry a band with me on the road, even if I play with a band. But we all know each other. Some better than others, but we all know each other for a long time. And I'm the odd man out coming from Los Angeles. Everybody else is from Nashville.
Yeah.
But I come here a lot. I have a lot of friends here. And the idea of taking something like this and taking frankly, the ethos that Bluebird invented with the Writers in the Round and taking it all over the place. A lot of people have never seen it before, and it's an amazing experience. You guys are used to it here, but you know, in New York and Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, they don't use it. They don't do that sort of thing.
One thing that's unique to Nashville are these in the rounds, and in a town like Nashville, the songwriter is really celebrated, where in other towns they haven't seen it, that there's a writer behind the music that they're hearing. And so when they come and hear a show like this, it's kind of like a behind the scenes, behind the curtain, here's where it begins. You know, it's us writing these songs that get out into the world.
This is the sound of one voice.
I started out writing for other people, wrote a big hit for Pat Benatar in 1984 called We Belong, with my partner Eric Lowen. Wrote a bunch of other stuff with and for groups like the Bangles and Dionne Warwick, Dave Edmunds, the Triplets, Temptations, people like that. And then about 20 years ago, a little over 20 years ago, he and I started performing as a duo, as Lowen and Navarro. Put out 11 albums. Lowen retired 2 years ago. He's got Lou Gehrig's disease. He's still alive. He's still kicking, but he can't tour anymore. He can't perform. So I've been out for the last 3 years doing it solo. And this has been one of the great things, is going from this established group that I had for years to being on my own, to now being able to do something with people I admire and respect in a context I've never done. I've never toured like this before.
I haven't had the fortune that Dan has had of having a huge hit, but I've had some really nice album cuts with, I had a wonderful album cut with Trisha Yearwood last year, and that song was nominated for a Grammy, which was great. And I've had songs covered by Martine McBride and Leanne Womack and Kathy Mattea, and even a Christmas song by John Michael Montgomery.
Some sweet songs about emotionally what it's like at this time of year. My Christmas songs are both actually story songs, one about sort of Christmas seen through the eyes of urban deprivation, and another one actually equating the nativity to the homeless. And we're gonna try tonight. Today is the 30th anniversary of John Lennon's killing, and so we're probably doing Happy Xmas War is Over. We haven't really practiced it, but then rehearsal is for
That's
sissies.
the fun of
That's
live shows.
Who will change the world?
I think everybody should know who Kate Rusby is.
Yep, I'll buy that.
Your heart, and let us give Jesus.
You know what? It was Jonathan Bird. Jonathan Bird, yeah.
Because I do so many live shows, I don't usually go to live shows. I don't go see music very often. I can't remember the last. Actually, I'll tell you who I really like right now is Need to Breathe. I just heard Mumford & Sons and think it's fantastic. And my favorite record I heard for the first time yesterday is Tom Jones's new one, which is on Lost Highway, out of Nashville, and it's all gospel music.
Through the crowds and rain this year,